Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and beautiful little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you most deliciously. So, what's the time, Mr. Also? The time at the moment, my delicious little babies, is 20 past 12 in the old afternoon, my delicious little babies in our old England in my Brummy land. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the weather today, it is dry, okay, for how long we do not know. I hope that the weather where you are, my delicious little babies, that we are is far better than what we've got, okay? Still chilly, completely grey sky. But yesterday, my delicious little babies, okay, it was delicious because I actually seen a rainbow. Paint the whole world with a rainbow. Do 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 do. Yeah, we remember the rainbows, don't we, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. Now then, one other thing I want to say before I begin. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're delicious and bright, still on too. So we gotta keep shining that light, shining that light, shining that light. Okay, my delicious babies. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, that's what I want to say, my delicious babies. So that woman over the back there now, okay, because no. So in case anybody thought I was a bitch, no, I also believe that there we are, she too, there we are, is one of the spas. Okay, my delicious babies. And it appears to myself that the spas have not gone. Okay, so I have been clocking. There we are. I've been clocking long time. Do you see what I mean? Okay, my delicious babies. So nobody's there. We are damn fool. So whenever I say something, my delicious babies, I'm not taking down my video. That's how I felt. It's how I still feel. Nobody's got any right to spy on somebody else. But the only difference is, my delicious babies, you know what they're doing? There we are. They're getting sneakier. Okay, but they're still doing these holes, you know, like they look like golf ball, like when you play golf like that. My delicious babies. So they've just put one right by my beautiful little buttercup tree, who I've called Buttercup because in the summer she sprouts beautiful yellow flowers, bright yellow flowers on her tree. Okay. And somebody, I don't know if they live up there now, my delicious little babies, but was it a couple of years ago? Somebody was complaining, to the ones where, they have meetings for the road, because some roads do, don't they, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so I had a meeting and somebody wanted the tree knocked down, but thankfully, because I know, some others, bless their beautiful dear little souls, not in that way up the road from myself, okay? They made sure that my beautiful little buttercup tree never got cut down. Okay, my delicious babies, and what it was, they were complaining because they said that they couldn't see the lake. Okay, my delicious babies. Well, simple things. If they cannot see the lake, then just go and have a walk around it. Simple things, isn't it, my delicious babies? You know what I mean? There's no need to chop down a really elderly tree just because you cannot see the lake. I mean, okay, fair enough. If somebody cannot walk, so I'm not going to be a total bitch. If somebody cannot walk or whatever for any reason or cannot get out, but I'm pretty sure, my delicious babies, if my noddle serves me correctly, it was nothing like that at all. This was just somebody, there we are, moaning. There we are, for the sake of moaning. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? And you do get them. It doesn't matter what road you move on. In the world, my delicious babies, you're always going to get somebody who moans. And you're always going to get somebody who does not appreciate nature the way that I do, okay, and the way that others do, okay. But thankfully, my buttercup's still there. Get back to the matter in hand, the point. What have they done? They've dug another little hole. Do you see? So they've not gone. You see what I mean, my delicious babies? And for anybody who's been so very kind. So thank you for any views, for any likes, the occasional comments. Well, you will know that I've been talking about these spas for months and months. Do you see what I mean, Mads, little babies? There we are. You will know this. Okay, so they're not gone. They just do things more sneakily. There we are, more sneakily. But this has got to be somebody. There we are on this road who's doing that. There we are, Mads. It's got to be. Okay, Mads, little babies. I cannot see somebody driving, you know, from wherever just to come and put a little hole. Do you know what I mean, Mads, little babies? So somebody, there we are, has been told to do that. Okay, but I believe that she's another one over there. There we are, who is a spa. There's another one up here and another one and another one. There we are. Okay, Mads, little babies. So yeah, there we are. I'm clocking everything. Okay, Mads, little babies. Anyway, so you know, I just do not go out and just create problems with anybody because I'm not that type of woman. Anybody who knows myself knows this. So I do not need to explain myself any further. I shouldn't even have to explain myself anyway, Mads, little babies anyway. So that's that. So what do I need to say? So yeah, so this morning I woke up, I did wake up a bit sad this morning, Mads, little babies, because it's been 21 years today. Okay, Mads, little babies. I used to have the most beautiful, he was just like mankind. He was just so adorable. And I used to have a beautiful little black and white pussycat called Charlie. And what happened, Mads, little babies? So I was on my way to work because I was doing customer service at the time at the bank in town. And I thought I cannot get him in, you know, and I had to be at work, you know, to run for my bus because I did have a car, but I'd only really use the car probably at the weekend, you know, if I was doing weekends, Mads, little babies. And because I got a flipping bloody parking ticket, didn't I, Mads, little babies, in one of these poxy car parks. Anyway, Mads, little babies, I went a few minutes over and I ran to the flipping car park and the flipping slapped a ticket on me. You know what I mean, Mads, little babies? Okay, so I thought I'm not doing that again. Anyway, so I was on my way to work and I was calling my beautiful little Charlie. Then I seen him, didn't I? So he must have either got clipped by a car and then, you know, moved to the side, you know, to come out the way or something, and then he must have laid down. Oh, I was devastated. I was so devastated, Mads, little babies. Honestly, I was beside myself. I cried and I cried and I blarted like a titilala. I really, really did. Okay. And at that time, I was with my daughter's dad. Okay, I'm going back years, like I just said. And so I called him. I was just too devastated, even to pick my beautiful little baby up. I was just devastated. So I called him out, and of course, you know, they were easy going with his work, you know what I mean? So he came out and, you know, he brought towels and blankets, you know, so to pick him, my beautiful little baby up. And then I took him home, and then I washed him, and then I spoke to the vets, then took my beautiful little baby up to the vets. And you know what? Even the is it one of the nurses there, one of the veterinary nurses, she was crying as well. So you had me flipping blarting, and you had the veterinary net, she was blarting as well. Veterinary nurse net. Okay, well, I suppose they're all in the net, aren't they, Mads, little babies? And she was really upset as well. But he was so beautiful. And, you know, I to be honest, I've never got over it till this day, Mads, little babies, you know what I mean? So I was a little bit this morning, a little bit teary. There we are. I still am now when I talk about it. So I'm just not going to talk. Not that I do not want to, it's just too upsetting. Anyway, Mads, little babies, can. And then tomorrow, it's my beautiful little AC, my beautiful little daughter, you know, because beautiful little Charlie was my little son, and then beautiful little daughter, beautiful little AC, my little rescue. So tomorrow, it's it's going to be 10 years since she passed, my little babies. Then, of course, I was devastated again. Do you know what I mean? But thankfully, I've got my beautiful little baby's ashes. But it just upsets me. So, again, you know. And then on the 20th of this month, sorry, excuse me, my delicious little babies. I've got my beautiful dear little, how I love my beautiful mama bear. So I've already said good morning, good afternoon. She passed away on the 20th of February. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, so and she's been passed now, what, 25 years tomorrow. The 20th, sorry, the 20th of this month. So that's a quarter of a century, isn't it, my delicious little babies, anyway? So it's just a very sad time for myself. And then next month, it's my beautiful dear granddad's, bless him. Hi, love my nanny and granddad. So I've already said good morning, good afternoon, yes. So these first few months are very sad months for myself, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? So yesterday I just woke up feeling so delicious. It was just a beautiful day all round, just a beautiful day. And I couldn't explain why I woke up so deliciously happy. I just no idea why, my delicious little babies, but I did. But as it so happens, I had a beautiful day. And but today, yeah, just a bit sad. You know what I mean? My delicious little babies anyway. But there'll be, millions who have lost their little babies over time, whether it be our beautiful sons and daughters or our beautiful, mankind, for some, family members, friends, work colleagues, you know what I mean? It's just, I suppose every day somebody, there's a sadness every day, isn't there, my delicious little babies? But we still have to find something to smile about. So getting back to this, so I have now got, this is so beautiful. It's right here, my delicious little babies. I'm going to take a shorty video of it, okay, and you can see it. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, it's just so beautiful. And the colour is also beautiful. Because I was saying to myself, well, what colour, because I thought I cannot have pink again. I mean, I love the colour pink. I love all bright colours anyway. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, and all that jazz, okay? But I thought, well, I cannot have a blue. And I thought, well, decades ago, I thought I had red and white. Then I thought I've had green and white and black. And I've had all different colours over the years, my delicious little babies, like lounges, okay? And then I thought, well, the colour, I've had different kinds of pinks and blue, but I thought I've never had this colour. And what this colour reminds me of is I've got a photograph somewhere, my beautiful dear little nana's and granddad's home. And she had this particular colour in some of the cushions, my delicious little baby. She was really good, okay? And so is my dear dad, actually. Decor and like interiors, just had a natural, there we are, just a natural flair for it. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so my beautiful dear little neighbour upstairs, fast forward. So my beautiful dear little neighbour upstairs, bless them, okay, because they'll get married soon, okay. Well, they're called well, basically what happened was, anyway, so it was just put out only for a very, very short time. So, and I thought, that's flipping beautiful, that piece there. And I remember our beautiful dear little neighbour upstairs, I remember when she said to me, she said, this piece here, okay, and there was a couple of chest of drawers, bedside tables, okay, and that are beautiful, and they are really beautiful, such a beautiful family, unreal, not in that way, okay. But these were was it a wedding gift for my beautiful dear little neighbours, beautiful mama and papa bear, 50 years ago, okay, my delicious little babies. But her dear dad, he's a skilled carpenter and everything like this anyway. So, but what he'd done, he'd sort of let's just say, restored it, and anyway, stunning. And then, it's all been painted, and then there's a glass top on the top, okay. But my beautiful dear little neighbour, she put gold, they look like 50p pieces, okay, my delicious little babies, like that, and they're gold and in colour, and it goes beautiful with the blue, okay. And I thought, you know what, and it's stunning. And of course, absolutely in mink condition. Okay, Martin, but you'd never ever spare a thought that this was a just over 50-year-old. Okay, Martin babies. So anyway, so one of her dear little friends, she's had the two, drawers, but she couldn't fit this in. So anyway, I knocked on the door because I thought, well, that's not going nowhere. Do you know what I mean, Martin? I thought it's not going nowhere. So I said, well, do you want it? And she said, I didn't know that you would have wanted it. She said, otherwise I would have asked. And I said, well, no, because she says, because she's asked and everything. And she tried to sell it. She said, if I had known, she would have just asked you first, And I said, please do not worry. I said, the thing is, can I please have it? That's what I said. Okay, my delicious babies anyway. So she said, I will get her something. There we are, to say thank you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to tell her so that I'm going to do that. There we are, but I will. Okay, my delicious babies anyway. So I said to her, I said, can I please have it? Anyway, so we needed to get it in. So now it's in our home, me and my baby's home now. Okay, my delicious babies. Now what's going to happen is, I'll tell you what's going to happen. Okay? So, because I could see a vision. Do you see what I mean? And I'd only just said, when I was taking my beautiful little Ruby Tuesday, because my beautiful little Mesme, well, she walked around with us as well, my delicious baby. So anyway, fast forward, instead of rambling on, Carla. Well, I was saying to myself, what colour, curtains, because I want to look at some curtains today, my delicious babies, just online, okay? And just to take a look, okay? And I thought, what colour curtains can I have? And do you understand what I mean? Okay. And I'm not that much of a material. Anybody knows that? Well, I'm not material. Okay. But, of course, there we are. You do want it looking, do you know what I mean? Half decent, martelish babies, as I call it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, okay. So anyway, as soon as I saw it, I said, that's it. I know it. And because it reminded me, and my beautiful dear list of that photograph. And I thought, yes, because this particular photograph, it all blended in. It was beautiful. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, yeah, with this, you could put like a really lovely orange. You could put a red, actually, depending on what colour red. Okay. You could put a green. Okay, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about cushions, okay? But I've seen a really beautiful vision. I thought a beautiful, there we are, gold vase to go on the top. And then have some flowers like green, orange, yellow, like that, man. I thought, yeah, I could really see the vision. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, you know what? This little baby is going to be coming into my lounge and I'll keep this little baby forever. Okay? So I said, even when I get my narrow birth eventually, do you know what I mean? I thought, some way I'm going to get this on my narrow boat. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, no matter where I move, this is coming with me because it holds, on a seriousness, not only the beauty of it, okay, but not only that. This is right up my street. But not only that, okay, but it's not something you'd see every day. Okay, not with the colour, not with the, the little knobs, the handle things, you know what I mean? You just do not see that every day, okay? And I happen to like unusual things anyway, my delicious little babies, do you understand what I mean? So I thought, yes, this is going to look banging, you know what I mean? Okay, so where a television should be, because I do not possess a television, okay? I thought that'd go there. That'd go there very nicely, you know what I mean? And you just have it looking really pretty. Just a couple of, I'm not one for loads of ornaments and all that. I only have one mirror in my bedroom. My delicious little babies, one mirror. That's it. Well, apart from my dressing mirror, do you know what I mean? But I only have one mirror. I do not have any anything on the walls. I'm just not that kind of woman. My delicious little babies, you know what I mean? But I'd put the odd thing up, if I think it's going to blend in, if I feel so. That's what I'm saying. Yes, anyway, I'm not going to keep rambling on, but what a beautiful piece. I thought, no, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You're staying with myself. And I mean it. I'll keep her forever, because the reason why, getting back to that, is because not only is she beautiful and unusual and everything, she's in mint condition inside and out. Not only that, but it's because of the energy. I mean, my beautiful dear little neighbours upstairs, honestly, they're so spanking clean, but they're such a beautiful family. And the beautiful Mama and Papa Bear, this was once theirs, okay? And they're the most beautiful family going. So it's very good energy, my delicious babies. Do you understand what I mean? So I know that, that they would be happy, because I did speak to my beautiful little neighbour, and I said, well, they would be happy that, the items, their items have gone to, who and she said, yeah. She said, I would have kept them, but of course, you know what it's like, my delicious little babies, and they've not long had another beautiful little baby. They're a beautiful little family, just inside and out, my delicious little babies. Can never fault them one bit, ever. Okay, I'm so blessed to have them. Okay, well, anyway, the fact of the matter is, that they'll be super duper happy that, because she does feel sad that she's had to let them go. But when you've got a family and everything, and our flats, they are large flats, okay, my delicious little babies, when you put them in comparison to flats that are built these days, okay? They're like little shoe boxes, okay? But, when you've got a little family, there isn't a lot of room. You know what I mean? Okay, my delicious little babies. So, but at least my little baby's come with me. Oh, she's going to look stunning. And you can just, there we are, see the vision. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, I'm just into that sort of thing. Like how some women would look at, I don't know, because everybody looks at different things, don't they? Like shoes and handbags and, all that sort of shebang. Okay, my delicious babies. So myself, I love to look at this type of thing, and chests of drawers and mirrors and curtains, things like that, my delicious babies. I'm just more into that sort of thing, my delicious babies. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, but it's not for everybody, is it? It's really not. But I can see the vision, and I may even get a sofa that looks a very similar colour, my delicious babies. Do you know what I mean? I can just see the vision. It's just going to look absolutely flipping banging, but it'll look really lovely and warm. You know what I mean? Because ones associate the colour blue, okay, as I've known over the decades, it's like a cold colour, if you know what I mean, okay? But this is not that kind of blue. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, and you can really, and it sort of makes me feel like, oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. It's like that. Not that kind of blue. It's really hard to explain the kind of blue I'm talking about, but it's absolutely beautiful. So, my beautiful little baby, you and Mama Bear now. That's how I am, my delicious little baby, you know what I mean? She came in, I gave her a kiss. I said, you with myself now? You with us now? Do you see what I mean? Okay. Oh, it's going to look stunning. Yeah. Anyway, my delicious babies, I'm not going to keep rambling on. I've just spent how many minutes now going on? Anyway, my delicious babies, very quickly speed through. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 today, my delicious babies. Okay, where do I go first? 6, sorry. Okay, speed through. Okay. So the first one, okay, now should anybody happen to have any form of an interest, they're all on YouTube, okay, my delicious babies. This uploader happens to have 8.93 thousand subscribers, and it is called, in the old space bar, please and thank you, in YouTube, capital I, industrial space, capital D, decay. Okay, my delicious babies, that's the uploader, industrial space, decay. Okay, now then, the video should read, the only 5 brands that still last, then in brackets, the buy it for laugh list. Okay, my delicious baby. So I'm just going to repeat this for you again. The only 5 brands that still last, the buy it for laugh list. Okay, Marzlichtig babies. So, okay, and somebody needs to still keep a handle on it, don't the Marzlichtig babies anyway. What this is about, you've got a pair of boots there, which is working boots. Okay, you've got a washing machine, which this one is called the Speed Queen. This is called the Speed Queen Marzlichtig babies, and it's a top one. So it's not like a front loader, it's a top loader. Okay, Marzlichtig babies. And apparently the way that he explained it, you know, with anybody not in that way, the way he explained it, okay, Marzlichtig babies, it's that this particular washing machine washes one's clothes very violently. It's the first time I've heard that, Marzlichtig babies, very violently. Okay, Marzlichtig babies. Anyway, but they're talking about items. Basically, what your man there's talking about is items that you know, like, say for the average now, you buy things of so many years. Okay. Oh, he was also talking about generators as well, Marzlichtig babies. Okay, but this is American. Okay, but well worth a listen to this, Marzlichtig babies. Okay, it's not long. It's just over 9 minutes long. Okay, so well worth a listen. Now the next one, Marzlichtig babies, because this is what I do. I give out information on different videos. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, there's always, there we are, point to what I say. Now the next one, Marzlichtig babies. Okay, oh yes, this one here, Marzlichtig babies. This upload happens to have 155,000 subscribers, Marzlichtig babies. Okay, this uploader is called capital P, pen, capital L, live, okay, .com. But I'll spell it for you. PENN, but it's 2 words together. LIVE, pen live, 2 words together, .com. Now, this video is just over 5.5 minutes long, and it should read PA farmer. This is an elderly farmer now, Marzlichtig babies. This is a dairy farmer. Turns down 15 million from data center developers. Hear him explain why. Okay, Marzlichtig babies, I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? PA farmer turns down 15 million from data center developers. Hear him explain why. Yes, Marzlichtig babies, okay. Well worth a little listen to that. But if somebody is going to be offering you ching, 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 15 million for a data center when you've got all that land there, okay, Marzlichtig babies. But this farmer, bless his elderly, well worth a little listen. For some of you Marzlichtig babies, you may have listened to this video before. For myself, no, it's not something that came up on my feed. Neither did that one. I'm looking at other videos. Okay, Marzlichtig babies, and that's how I came across these. The next one, Marzlichtig babies. This upload, oh yes. Okay, Marzlichtig babies. This one here, this uploader happens to have 4.77 thousand subscribers, Marzlichtig babies. And this one is called capital E, erased, space, capital C, century. Okay, Marzlichtig babies, so that's the uploader. I'll repeat this again. Capital E, erased, space, capital C, century. Okay, Marzlichtig babies. This video should read, this stick of wood ran the world for 726 years. Okay, Marzlichtig babies. Then they made everyone forget. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat this for you again. This stick of wood ran the world for 726 years. Then they made everyone forget. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, when we look at the numbers 726, so you got that's 13, 7 and 6 is 13, then plus 2, 13, 40, 15. Okay, my delicious babies. So I'm noting these numbers as well. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, hang on, I'm just trying to remember how long this video was now, my delicious babies. Is that the one that was 15 minutes? 15 minutes, or it could be 20 minutes. Okay, my delicious babies, it's something like that. Now then, okay, what's this about? What this is to do with my delicious babies is these pieces of wood. Okay, and it is to do with financial. Okay, my delicious babies. So very interesting to take a little listen to. I'm just, is it 20 minutes? It could be a bit longer. Okay, my delicious babies. Anyway, none of these are long videos today, my delicious babies. Now, the next one, this uploader happens to have 873,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Okay, and this uploader is called Capital P Periscope Film. It's all together. I forgot to put the L there. I'll just repeat that again for you, my delicious babies. Periscope Film. It's all together. Okay, so it's two words together. I'll just spell it for you, my delicious babies. PERISCOPEFRLM. Okay, Periscope Film. Okay, my delicious babies. And the video should read, I think this is 20 odd minutes long, is it? Oh God, I've looked at so many my delicious babies, and again, did this? I think this one came up on my feed. This particular one did. Basic principles. This is what it should read: of frequency modulation. 1944, U.S. War Department, film, FM radio, 86794. Okay, my delicious babies. So I'm just going to repeat this for you again. Basic principles of frequency modulation. 1944, US War Department, film, FM, radio, 86794. Okay, my delicious babies. Now, what's this about? Oh, sorry. Surprise, my nose itching. What's this about, my delicious babies? Well, what this is, well, it's in the title. It's all to do with frequency. Okay, it's very old. Well, I suppose it's older to us, my delicious babies. Okay, but again, it's just explaining about frequency and everything. The next one, my delicious babies. Well, this is and that's the video I was talking about yesterday, my delicious babies. I said I must find it. I did say it the other day as well. I've got it now. This uploader happens to have 1.34 million subscribers, my delicious babies. I think I've advertised this one before. Okay, but I managed to find the video again. Okay, now this one did not come up on my feed either. Okay, when I'm looking for the videos, there we are. I found this one as well. So this is capital D, this is the uploader, David, space, capital H, Hoffman with a double F. Okay, my delicious babies. So it's David, space, Hoffman, the uploader in the order, space bar, my delicious little babies. And the video should read time traveller, question mark, I always say to. This 1979 film knew about AI. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you. Time traveller, this 1979 film knew about AI. So what this is about, my delicious little babies, okay, it's about this little boy, bless him, this little Ben. He's called John. Okay, and this comes in front of him, this, this, like, speckles and colours of something come in front of him. Okay. So he asks this, what's in front of him. He explains his name, and he said, and what's your name? Do you see what I mean? Okay. Anyway, I haven't watched it all, but anyway, I am going to watch it all, my delicious babies, okay? So I never ever advertise videos that I say I'm not going to watch, because I do, there we are, watch them all, okay? My delicious babies. Anyway, what's the point? That took my noddle back. I mentioned this, was it 2021 or 2019 when this happened to me? I had like this similar experience to what I'm telling, there we are, what I'm telling you about now, my delicious little babies. It really took my noddle back, okay, to this particular, little video at the start of it. And I thought, yeah, I've had that as well. Do you know what I mean? It happened twice to myself. Okay, my delicious little babies, and I wrote it all down. I wrote everything down. I told everybody on my videos, whatever o'clock ago, exactly the same thing. But this one was going like that, my delicious little babies. It's not a joke. I would never ever fib to you like that. I'd never tell porcupines. No. That is exactly what happened, my delicious little babies. I had all flickers of light all flying around me. It's after I've been to the that particular time that I've just been talking about with the flickers of light, was after I'd come back from doing a psychic fair. And I sing quite a lot of, how many did I see on that day? Was it 11? Should have been 14. But I got there, was it that time I got there an hour late? I'd got the flipping time wrong, didn't I, my delicious little babies? Anyway, yeah, because I made chili con carne that day. Okay, to go and take down, because with the psychic fair, ones can have something to eat and have a drink, like a tea, coffee, can of pop, water, whatever. And then they sold all different things, you know what I mean? My delicious babies. And then you had like readers. Okay, so I was upstairs doing the readings, and there was 14 who were waiting for me, and that's when I walked through the door. But I could only do 11 because the others couldn't wait. You know what I mean? It was my mistake. I was just out by an hour. But yeah, I was just doing all the readings and the healings, just asked ones just to hold their hands out. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then when I came home, because it was a long day, but I came home, and then I was letting my little baby outside, to go and have little wee-wees. And I had all these flashes, sparkly lights going all around me. It's really hard to explain. And then next morning, it looks like somebody had done a massive cross, like somebody had lay down on a patch of the grass, and it was a massive cross. Because even this man said up the road, he was working down here for, not in that way. He was working down here, so he was stopping in his relative's flat while he was working down here, my delicious little babies. And I said, have you seen that? That as it was 10 to 9 in the morning. And he said, yes. He said, I've already seen it, Carla. That's what he said to me. He said, I've already seen it. I said, it's flipping massive. And he said, I know. I said, it looks just like a cross. He said, I know. It was nowhere else on the grass, just there. Okay, my babies. So anyway, so that just reminded me. I just thought I'd explain it. I know it's probably boring to some, but to myself, it isn't. You have to have these things, there we are, that happen to you to be able to explain it to others. But it's very difficult to explain unless somebody else, there we are, has equally gone through something like this myself. But at the start of it, yeah, there's this thing, yeah, and hovering, yeah, and it happened twice to me. Well worth a little listen. Sorry to this video. Now the final one, my delicious babies, I'm going to be over and out. Okay, and thank you very much once again for listening. How I love you all. So I do have my moments, but I never do anything or say anything without no reason. Okay. So finally, this uploader is called capital T, the space, capital C, computer, space, capital C, Chronicles. Okay, my delicious babies, that's the uploader. I'll repeat once again. the space computer space chronicles in your space by my delicious little babies, please and thank you. This uploader happens to have I forgot to write down how many forgot to write down how many subscribers my delicious little babies. Please do not worry. The main thing is just let's get this out. The video should read The Computer Chronicles Artificial Intelligence. That's what it should read. My delicious little babies, the title. The Computer Chronicles Artificial Intelligence, just repeated. Now, the thing is, my delicious little babies, this actually came up on my feed. Okay, my delicious little babies, and that's the end of my video. So, wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families, may you all be fully protected. And how I love you so. You're so beautiful, wonderful, and delicious, and I love you. So until the next time, thank you for listening. Hope I haven't bored you all too much. Okay, my little lovelies. Goodbye. Love you.